They say, oh my god, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by.
You and Jungkook enter the new house where you will live, starting today as a married couple. It was a wedding gift from Jungkook's dad. You went there immediately after your wedding reception. You just got married. But it's not a normal marriage like the other couple. They got married because they're in love with each other. You two got married for both of your parents' business benefits. Jungkook entered first and started looking around. As he looked behind and looked at you and said, "We need to talk." You are looking at absence and replied, "Alright, since I have something to say too." You go to the sofa and sit down while Jungkook just is standing in front of you. "Since house is given by your dad, you're the first to speak," you said. "I'll just say that I don't want the university to know that we are married. Second, I don't like you, so don't interfere with my life." "Well, I just want you to know that I don't like you either. Second, I have no plans to interfere with your life because I know I'll just waste time if I do that. Third, don't worry, I don't want to know either we are married in school because for me, I married a worthless person. If you don't have anything else to say, I'll go upstairs and I use the guest room," you said and went upstairs without looking back. Jungkook looked at your behind and sighed. You and Jungkook are the same, fourth year in college. You were supposed to get married after college, but your parents had business problem, so both parties rushed to get you married. Jungkook is known as a heartthrob in your university, while you are an anti-romantic person. At the same time, a cold person. But that's not really your personalities. You are crazy and naughty type. But in front of Jungkook, you act cold and anti-romantic for some reason. How was your first night as husband and wife? Yeah, your voice. Please, only you know this. I'm begging you to keep this a secret. Okay, but why? Because that's what we agree. Until now, have you not resolved the problem between you and him? There's no hope of resolving that. I guess I was being played with my fate. If who else I didn't want to be with, he is the one I married. What are you going to do now? What else? Continue to live, and I decided to go back to driving a motorcycle. It's been a while since I last used it. You came from the library to borrow a book that you like to read about motorcycles because racing is your favorite sport. When you went down the stairs, you saw Jungkook surrounded by girls while happily laughing. When he saw you, he quickly placed his hand on the shoulder of a woman and continued to laugh. You didn't even look at him. You just passed by on them and act like you didn't see him. After Jungkook made sure that you was gone, he immediately stood up and left the girls. But someone held his hand and said, "JK, you want to come with us? Let's have fun." He just smirked and said, "I'm sorry, girls, I'm already taken." After that, he left. When Jungkook arrived at the house, he didn't see you. He thought maybe you were just in your room. He wanted to check on you, but since you were agreeing about don't interfere in each other's life, he stopped himself to check you. The next morning, again, he didn't see you. He thought maybe you were still sleeping. Look at this girl. Don't tell me she's still asleep. What time is it? She will be late for her first class. Jungkook about to go to your room to wake you up, but he changed his mind when he thought of your agreement. I don't care if you're going to be late, he said, and went back to the living room. He arrived at the university and parked his car. When he saw a Ducati big bike coming and parked in front of his car, his eyes widened after he realized that you were the one who's driving on that motorcycle. He suddenly felt nervous and worried about you, especially when he remembered what happened to you before. You removed your helmet and saw him staring at you deeply. Again, you avoided his gaze. After fixing yourself, you turned your back on him, just like that. Actually, you and Jungkook had a relationship before. Since both of your parents are close, you always meet at each other often. You became even closer when you found out he was a racer, because it was your dream to be a racer. There you convinced him to teach you, and after a few months of teaching you, you started participating in motorcycle racing until you became a professional racer at the age of 19. But a competition will soon come that will destroy your relationship. Because of your talent and the speed that you learn, you immediately compete in international contests, where Jungkook is also one of the competitors. You both made into the championship round, but Jungkook told you not to continue in the match. You wonder why. You ask him, why? But he just told you not to continue because you will only get hurt. But you didn't listen to him. You still want to pursue it because it's your dream, and nothing can stop you from reaching your dreams. When the championship round started, you couldn't see Jungkook. Later on, a staff came up to you and said that you can't participate on the game because someone removed you from the competition. It was like the world dropped on you when you heard that. You almost reached your dream, and that's what happened. You were even more hurt when you found out who removed you from the competition. None other than Jungkook. He made a way to get you disqualified. You were really angry at that time. You asked him why he did that to you, but he just said, it's for your own sake. Your opponent has something planned for you, so you couldn't compete in racing again. He was afraid that they might hurt you because they are jealous of you for being the only woman to get in the finals. So he did that. But for you, that's not a solid reason for him to do that. He should have told you the truth so you can decide what to do. But to Jungkook, he did it because he was afraid that you would be hurt. You ride on your motorcycle and speed it up out of your anchor. And because of that, you had an accident. After that, you broke up with Jungkook. Jungkook tried to talk to you, but your brain was closed to his explanation. And when he said the words, He hates you? He really hates you? You started ignoring each other. And since then, you've changed. You don't believe in love. It's been a week that Jungkook only sees you at the university. But when he comes home since you got married the next day, you don't see each other inside the house. Jungkook knows that you avoided him, but he wonders where did you park your motorcycle since he didn't see in your house. Jungkook was in the living room watching a movie, hoping that you would come down and see you. When suddenly his phone rang. He immediately answered the phone when he saw that it was you, but he was surprised when he heard the voice he was talking to. Jungkook, it's me, Kate. Kate? Why do you have Wyan's phone? Huh? It means you don't know that Wyan's not there in your house? Jungkook hurriedly go to your room and open the door as he saw that you weren't there. How long has she been with you? Jungkook asked. That day after your wedding, she's staying in my house. I'm sorry, I thought you know it. Wyan is already asleep, so I use her phone. How long will you be like this? I know you still like each other, even though Wyan's deny it. Can you make the first move so you can get along? Jungkook stopped and didn't notice that he was crying while asking himself, are you really that angry with him because you don't want him to be in the same house? Or did he commit such a big sin that you can't forgive him? He thought you were just in your room. He had no idea that you ran away from him. 1 a.m. When Kate suddenly woke you up because Jungkook was outside. What? What is doing here at this time? Kate, please tell him that I'm already asleep. Please, you said. Why and Jungkook is drunk. Go see him before he make a mess. So even though you didn't want to, you were forced to go to see him, as you saw him sitting outside near the door. What do you want from me at this hour? He stands up and faced you. Let me guess. You were forced to come to see me because I was drunk, right? He asked. Go home, Jungkook. You're drunk. Wait, I call a cab for you, you said, and about to go inside to get your phone to call a cab. But Jungkook pulled you and hugged you. You tried to get out of his embrace, but he hugged you even tighter and started to cry. What do you want me to do so you can forgive me? I'm sorry, YN. I'm sorry if I say I hate you. Help me. I want to die right now.